Dallas Cowboys.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Dallas Cowboys and the Los Angeles Rams. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more pep in my step this morning. I know you did as well. Here we go.
Yeah, when you went out for your 5-mile jog, you were flying. You did it in record time because you were psyched up about this game. But let's be frank about it. No more radio shows, no more podcasts, no more just predicting what's going to happen. Now we get to see it on the field.
On the return, it's Simba Webster. And able to get this out to the 25. So the Rams go on offense for the first time in their brand new SoFi Stadium, and the man leading the way to christen that new stadium in his 5th season now, quarterback Jared Goff.
Plenty new with the Los Angeles Rams this year. Brand new stadium, brand new uniforms. The lead running back has changed, but Jared Goff is back as the quarterback for his 5th season as the starter here with the Rams. The weapons have changed a little bit on the perimeter, but Jared Goff believes that he's going to get back to his gunslinging ways.
Now Goff on first down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it a 2nd down. So, as mentioned, Charles, the regular season debut of this really beautiful new stadium in Inglewood, going to be housing the Rams and the Chargers who play next week. What do you think? What's your first impression of it?
Well, it's awfully favorable, Brandon, when you think about what's gone into putting this stadium together, the thought process, putting together 2 teams, the Rams and the Chargers, and what they would like to see in the stadium, and making sure it all comes together. Plus, the way that they've done things with how they're lighting this place so that it feels like an outdoor stadium, even though it's an indoor feel. You've got to give these people a ton of credit for putting this all together. A great place to house these 2 teams. And the Rams getting their shot here against the Cowboys.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. It felt like he was in the pocket all day, never got rid of it.
And when you have that much time, you've got to either find someone open or get rid of it, because with that amount of time to throw the ball, that means the offensive line's done a really nice job.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. 6 yards on the pickup, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. 3rd and long. It's Goff. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
You hear so many discussions about Dak Prescott. Is he one of the top quarterbacks in the league? Is he still ascending? What does he need to do to get there? All I know is that when he's in control of the Dallas offense, they were #1 in the league last year in terms of yards per play, and he was second in the league in passing yards with over 4,900. This guy gets it done, and his team really likes him as their leader.
Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Tackle made.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. There's CeeDee Lamb, his first foul catch. Touchdown, Cowboys! CeeDee Lamb, his first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
All you hear from coaches and personnel directors in the NFL, how difficult it is for a rookie receiver to have an impact on the game. So much to learn, so much offense to absorb. Looks like he's picking it up pretty well.
I would say so. And how about that for your first career NFL touchdown?
I don't know that he envisioned it quite that way, but if he was smart, he probably dreamed about it a little bit.
And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return comes Webster. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Gone. That'll be caught by Cup. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
To Cooper Kupp.
We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Brought down at the...
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back. Goff now looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this 1st quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
Not to be lost with all that's going on here with the opening of this beautiful new stadium, but we still have 2 more games to get to tomorrow night before we wrap up week 1. It starts with the Steelers and Giants from MetLife, followed by the late start, Tennessee and Denver in Mile High. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start on the ground with Elliott. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
A gain of 15.
His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Elliott a 1st down and more. And all the way down to the 41-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st. You said it earlier in the quarter when we saw a broken tackle then that we might see some missed tackles here early on in week 1, and that's another one right there.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. Will even out as the season extends because everyone will get used to the play speed. But right now, here in the early season, the advantage definitely goes to the offense.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing, Prescott. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 23. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
1st down, Dallas.
So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Got his man there complete to Gallup. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. A 1st down throw for Prescott. This will be caught just inside the 10. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 1-yard line.
They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return comes Webster. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
A 6-yard.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
At the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun. Gone. And he is going to be taken down. They got him. As that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Jalen Smith in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker.
6 yards.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for L.A. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This will be fielded at the 17. That's some strong running. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Zeke and the Cowboys ready to begin their next drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun. And this one quickly to Lamb. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location.
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
2nd down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. The rookie CeeDee Lamb, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future All-Pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff. Partner, they're less than 2 minutes ago in the game, which means that this challenge was initiated by the fellas in New York.
And if you're the coach, you're thinking, thank you, New York. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. The ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it is now 21-0. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
It's nothing.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. On the return comes Webster. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Patrick Mahomes with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one as they defeat the visiting Seattle Seahawks. 31-28, the final score. And lastly, we'll wrap up the week with Monday Night Football. Definitely one to tune in for, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New York Giants. In the game you're watching, you've seen a strong first half out of Dak Prescott. His guys have a 3-touchdown lead as we're about ready to go into the second half. And to get you through it, we give it back to Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
Take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
33-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
First down.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On second down and 4, Prescott is caught at the 7. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Our quarterback matchup here is certainly one that bears watching. Dak Prescott and Jared Goff, they finished 2nd and 3rd in the NFL in passing yards a year ago behind Jameis Winston. Prescott at 4,902, and then Goff at 4,638. This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. Prescott to throw it. That is caught. It's Cooper for the Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return comes Webster. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
It's a gain of 4.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the ball. The Cowboys have recovered. He was under duress, surveying somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And let's gaze our attention on Ezekiel Elliott. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return comes Webster. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Gain of 8 brings up 2nd and 2.
Freeman again. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
With the score.
Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll try the air now with Goff. And his throw is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
20-yard line.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Michael Brocker's in on the stop.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Another carry tonight for the workhorse Elliott. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Zerline now for the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
L.A. set to take over again on offense. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Goff now looks to throw. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. On 1st down, it's gone. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Gerald McCoy breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now it's gone. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Here's Goff. And that will be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
At the 34-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll run with Elliott. And they can't bring him down. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
Little work still to do, though. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The quick strike ability certainly intact there. 2 plays, 80 yards to score it. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. On the return comes Webster. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The Rams offense now. They get set and head back onto the field. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Goff on 1st down. And it's into the hands of Reynolds. 7 yards, the pickup there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Freeman. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Cowboys, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Rams, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL.